What is my take on Senekal? Before I give you my take on Senekal, let me just apologize for this video. My highly sophisticated elastic bands that normally hold my camera to my rear view mirror have been removed by my technical team, and I will have a conversation with my children about that later. My name is Dean Haystack, the Dean, and you're listening to The Coffee Conversation. This is the issue that I have with Senekal. I have no problem with the fact that charges have been laid against somebody who decided to riot. It is written in the South African Constitution, as South Africans we have the right to protest, but nowhere in the Constitution or in the law do we have the right to riot. So anybody who riots, black, white, Indian, colored, Chinese, or anyone else in South Africa who riots, the full extent of the law, should bring the charges. They should stand before a judge, and if they are guilty for whatever they are charged, then they should be judged and sentenced accordingly. So I have no problem with the steps that are being taken against the rioting that took place by those farmers. I do have a problem with the fact that it is so incredibly inconsistent to everybody else in South Africa. Now, because it's a white farmer who has incited, now you want to execute the law. But since 1994, nearly every single protest that has turned into a riot has been ignored. People behave badly not because they're bad. We're all rotten to the core, and we've got to guard ourselves against that. People behave badly because they can. And people in South Africa riot because they can, because nobody ever stops them. Buses have been burned. Schools have been burned down. Shops have been set on fire many, many times in protest. Cars have been vandalized. Police vans have been turned over before, and that was incited by leaders of sometimes even political parties. We see in the civil situation that often happens, and now in the private, it's happening quite frequently. Even last month or the month before, Clicks was burned in some shops, and many of the shops were broken. A lot of the people were intimidated. Nobody said a word to those people. But where are the charges of almost terrorism against those organizations and political parties? Now, because it's a white farmer who has done it? Consistency is what we're looking for. It's the same with freedom of speech. You can sing "Kill the Boer, kill the farmer." You can sing "One farmer, one bullet." And then when the farmers are complaining because they are dying in higher proportions than any other community in South Africa, and then nobody's listening to them and they riot, you want to bring down the full extent of the law to them, but you won't even stop the people from singing the songs that are causing the murders in the first place. This is amounting to institutionalized, or maybe not institutionalized because it's not written in law, but certainly the institution of the government of South Africa seems to be racist against the white people of the minority in South Africa. I don't think most black people agree with what's happening. Any of the riots, the white riots or the black riots, I don't think they agree with it. I think the majority of South Africa think it's wrong. But it seems as though the government's taken it into their own hands to start instituting in their minds, at least, racism against the minority of white people in South Africa. And that is appalling, and that is shameful. I don't have a problem that they've been charged. I don't have a problem even that he was denied bail. He was rioting, and you're not allowed to. But what about the others who riot all the time? Can we apply the law in the same way? What about the hate speech that is spoken all the time? If a lady can go to prison for saying a word, 48 times or 49 times after being hijacked, and it was a derogatory word, and she's gone to prison for it. If a guy can make a video on a beach in Greece, and he can get a prison sentence which is suspended and have to pay 150,000 rand fine for his words, what about the other guys? I'm not saying they should go to jail, shouldn't go to jail, should be fined, shouldn't be fined. I'm saying consistency is the key to stability. This inconsistency is creating instability for all the people of South Africa, and that's my objection to what's happening regarding the Senekal community at the moment. My name is Dean Haystack, and I am just a guy who gives a damn. I've been told that I need to remind everybody to like or subscribe or hit the little bell thingy. Don't know what the little bell thingy is, but hit the little bell thingy. That's apparently the YouTube thing to do.